Coach, we are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the Miami Dolphins. First down throw from Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. That's tough. You come in here, you dial up that pass play on the first play from scrimmage and get it picked.
And you know, coaches always talk about we prepare for every eventuality. You don't even mention this as a possibility when you dial up that play, right? Instead, they throw a pick, and now they're behind the 8-ball on the road to get things going.
And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
Faking the give to Drake. Now Rosen. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Albert Wilson, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing, Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And a return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Middle.
On first down, Drake. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
On 2nd and 12, Rosen. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Myles Garrett in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very low. Now Rosen. And he's going to go down again. Myles Garrett in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Browns drive about to get started, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Big stop. Alert, 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 alert. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
Mayfield now. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
1st down, Cleveland.
1 second. 180. Hey, we got to get to the ball, team. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Mayfield on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Throwing again. Mayfield on 2nd and 10. Looking left side. It's complete. He's got it. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now a carry for Pirine. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
A couple of 1st downs have them to the 40 now on 1st and 10. Play fake. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Got to do better. Come on, keep run.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Christian Wilkins gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. From the gun, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. The tackle made by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. Throwing on second down. Rosen. And a completion to Wilson. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
That's good for the Dolphins. First down. First and 10 at the 16-yard line.
On first down, Drake. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6-7.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jarek McKinnon, his second touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, whoever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
The Browns drive about to get started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. Now Pirine. And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense, because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, alert 33. 53.
From the 40 now on second down. Mayfield throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit, because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
To throw, Mayfield. Flushed and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration, now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Rosen and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery. And he finds a man on the crossing route. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
A gain of 12. And the Browns first down.
Mayfield now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. They'll run it here with Pirine. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. And the tackle there will go to Charles Harris.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Mayfield letting one go deep for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. He finds Beckham, complete. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 10 yards out, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball out of the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. A give running right, Drake. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
when we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
From the 41, Rosen. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. And this third down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Josh Rosen. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 28. Rosen in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's hit on his first 9 passes now in the ball game. From the shotgun, it's Rosen. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 21 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Here's Rosen. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Now it's Rosen. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by Sanders is good. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. So it's an old-school extra point that counts 3 times. So it's certainly a disappointment they weren't able to get it in the end zone.
Yeah, I can just imagine post-game, head coach looking at the box score, 19-yard field goal, grimacing a little bit, but having to realize that at that moment, getting 3 points was vital. Go ahead and get the points, put them on the board.
The Browns drive about to get started. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
First down, Mayfield. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. 7 yards on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
King. Check 6 guys. Smooth. Mike 55. Check. One touch.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Quit talking about it.
Here's Rosen to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. The intended receiver there, Allen. And now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. This time they stay on the ground, and they will get to him behind the line, but they're out of timeouts, remember, and the clock continues to wind down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turned that because
a fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Here's Pirine. And some room to maneuver. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. Again, here's Pirine. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That second down play nets a -4.
180. Regular. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, box truck.
Third and long for Mayfield. Looking for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action.
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. They don't get the the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row,
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Rashawn Gary, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
From the 29, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mayfield. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory, down at the 31. Mayfield. There goes a deep ball, end zone, as his guys are in for 6, and the Browns have taken the lead. Carlson now to add the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
But nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Gonna look deep for Wilson. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's fourth down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And taken right on the 30. The Browns drive about to get started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, It's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
180. Check 55.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mayfield. And a throw right sideline is complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. A nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
22-jet bomber, 22-jet bomber.
They'll run on first down. Hubbard. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Miami. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Throwing, Mayfield. Pressure comes, and down goes Baker Mayfield.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. Mayfield now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Mayfield looks to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Mayfield to throw it. And he's got it. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Number 53, Mike 53. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog.
Rosen will throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Myles Garrett, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 19. Now Rosen looking to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Crunch time, defense.
Mayfield now. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 3rd down, it's Hubbard, and he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
First down.
That's right, baby.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. That's taken in by Callaway. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
It's going to be a long day.
To protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. The Browns on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will pin him back deep. That's going to kick out of bounds right at about the 7-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Screenplay, McKinnon. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Short gain, last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense are saying go right ahead with those. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
They'll look to throw. And Stills bringing it in. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there at 22. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Wilson's got it complete. The Dolphins going to take their 2nd timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs as we just saw there.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And he's into the clear. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction. Excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Carlson on for the PAT. And the lead is now 13. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They put up their goal at the beginning of the season, and that was to win 7 games, and now they've accomplished that mission.
And congratulations to them for achieving their goal. They have to finish the season strong, but you've got to think that going forward for next year, they're going to jump that number up a little bit higher.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. And with that, we sign off from Miami.